Alright guys and girls, so far we have learned how to query our data using the select commands, and as well how to manipulate our data, the values inside our tables using insert, delete, update. As a next, we're gonna focus on a new group, and that is the data definition language, DDL. It is about how to change the structure of our database, how to change the tables themselves. So we have here three commands: create, to create something new, like create a new table or create a new object. We have drop, to drop a table or delete a table. Alter, it is to change the structure of one table. Okay, so now we're gonna start talking about the first command. We have the create command. If you want to create something new in the database, new objects, for example, new table or new view, stored procedures, in the databases there is like different types of objects, not only tables. So you could go and use the command create. In our tutorials, we will be focusing on creating new table. So in order to create new tables, you have to define the structure of each column inside it. And in order to do that, we have to specify those three informations for each column. So each column should have a name. This could be anything, depends on your requirement that you have. So it must have a name. And after that, it must have a data type. And exactly only one data type. So you cannot specify multi data types for each column, exactly one. In MySQL, there is like big list of all available data types in MySQL. I'm gonna leave the link in the description so you could check that. The most famous ones are int, varchar, date, char, and so on. Those data types should be assigned for each column, and as well you could assign inside them the size of each column, the maximum allowed size, like it's a rule that you're gonna apply. If you leave it empty like this, only int, the data type is gonna get a default one from the SQL. So if you define, like in our last example, the varchar for the last name, varchar 50, that means the maximum allowed size for the last name is gonna be 50. Anything that can exceed the 50 characters, it's gonna be cut down and only allowed 50 characters inside the last name. So here you could specify the data type and as well the size of the data type. After that, you have like bunch of constraints that you can define on your database in order to have some data quality. For example, you have the constraint primary key. You say this column is a primary key, and immediately it's gonna be like unique and not allow any nulls inside it. And you could define for each column multiple constraints, not only one constraint. So you could say this is a primary key and not null and unique and so on. So you could define multiple ones. So we have as constraints in the database, primary key, not null, so you are not allowing the null values, unique, that means the value inside it should not be like duplicated. And then we have default. Defaults means if we are inserting any data and we didn't specify value for this column, the database is going to use the default value that we have defined in that column. So those constraints, as I said, you could use like all of them if you want for each column. So it's really depend on the requirements and on the data quality requirements as well. But the data types should be only one, and for each column we have only one name for it. All right, so now let's learn how to create a new tables using SQL, and we have the following tasks. Create a new table called persons, and inside it we're gonna have four columns: ID, person name, birth dates, and a phone. As you know, in our tutorial database we have only three tables. So if you check here the left side, we have the customers, employees, and orders. And now we're gonna add one more table called persons. So let's do that. All right, so now let's start creating our table. We're gonna start with the commands create table, and after that we need to specify now the table name. But before that, we have to enter the database name, or in other databases it is the schema name. So as you might already notice, in MySQL we have different databases. We have our tutorial database and some default ones. So we're gonna put this table in our tutorial database, and that is db_SQL tutorial, then dots, and here we're gonna put now the table name, and we have the persons. After that, we're gonna open two brackets, and inside them we're gonna define now the column structure. So let's start with the first column. We have the ID. This is our primary key, the most important like column in the whole table. It's something like the customer ID in the table customers. So the name of it gonna be ID. After that, I'm gonna have space, and then we have to define now the data type. Since it's gonna be sequence of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, we're gonna use the data type integer int. I will not define the size. I'm gonna use the one that we have as a default from MySQL. So now we're gonna define the constraints that we want for this column. So here, since it is our primary key, we're gonna use the constraint primary key. We don't have here to specify not null, because as a default, if you are saying this is primary key, you will get inside it two things. First, it's gonna be unique, and as well not null. So it is two constraints in one, the primary key. So after that, I don't want to generate those IDs by myself manually by doing the inserts. I want that the database take care of that. So to do that, we're gonna define it as auto increments. So with that, if you are using default or you are not specifying anything in the insert statements, the ID gonna be generated automatically from the database. So with that, I have the column name, I have the data type, and I have two constraints. So now we're gonna jump to the next column. We have the person name. So I'm gonna add comma and a new line for that. So here we're gonna have the person name as a column name. Space. After that, we need to define the data type. So since it's gonna include some characters and so on, I'm gonna use the var char and define as a size 50. So more than 50, the data gonna be cutted and inserted in the database. So this is my rule. As well, I want that each person has a name, so we don't want to have some nulls. So now we can define the constraints. So this should not be a null. So that's it. I don't want to have some unique constraint and so on. So we allow that we have two persons with the same names, but they will have different IDs. So that's enough for this column. We're gonna jump to the next one. We're gonna add the birthday. So the name of that gonna be birthday space. The data type of that's gonna be date. And now I don't really want to specify any constraints because this column could be optional, so we will not add anything. So that should be enough. We have the column name and the data type of that. So comma, and the last one, we're gonna have the phone as a column name. The phone could be like characters as well. So varchar, varchar. And I'm gonna allow only 15 characters to be inside the fonts for some data qualities. So the fonts should not be in null. So here I'm gonna add a constraint not null. And one more thing that I could add as a constraint on this table is that each person should has a unique phone number. So we should not have two persons with the same phone number. In order to force such a quality at your table, we could add the unique constraints. And with that, we are telling in this column, we should have only unique phones and duplicates are not allowed. So now we have all our four columns. We have specified the data types and the constraints, and that's it. We could run the query over here. So we don't have any errors. If we check on the left side, we don't have yet the person. That's why, because we have to refresh the data over here. So click on refresh and you will see we have one more table called persons. Okay, so now let's check some stuff. For example, if I go and say select star from persons, just to check the table structure. So here I can see, okay, I have a table called persons, I have my 4 columns and everything is empty. You could go and as well check the describe command for persons. and query that, and you can see, okay, we have the fields, the data types, what is null, what is not null, the primary key, and what is unique, the auto increment, so you could check that everything is fine and as wanted. Alright everyone, so that's all about how to create SQL table, and next we are going to talk quickly about the alter tables. And in the video description you will find a link to free SQL materials like the database and the data of this tutorial, the SQL sheet, and as well all the presentations. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.